Just 6 days now until Iowans head to the polls, and there's no shortage of political firepower coming through the area.
They are all stumping for candidates one final time. And one of those heavy hitters is former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, who was here for Bruce Braley. CBS 2 News reporter Kevin Barry live in southwest Cedar Rapids tonight, where Clinton wrapped up just a little bit ago. Kevin.
It's the middle of a week where both parties are doubling down on bringing in those big political names through Iowa, like you said, for that one last chance to campaign. And Bruce Braley's comments to a crowd here, about 400 strong, he focused on the main policy differences, pointing out how he and Joni Ernst is not on the side of Iowans. The headliner, though, is former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, who comes through as the most recent poll numbers from Quinnipiac say Joni Ernst has a 4-point lead just a day after a Loras College poll put Braley ahead. But one issue that both the former secretary and Senate candidate touched on was a headline in a few papers a few days ago: Joni Ernst's refusal to meet with a few editorial boards across the state.
What is Joni Ernst trying to hide? She's trying to hide that she's not on your side. And that's why your voice matters, and that's why I need your help.
It truly seems like it should be disqualifying in Iowa, of all states, to avoid answering questions. And I think the editorials that I read before coming here kind of make that clear, don't they?
Clinton also touched on Joni Ernst's stance on a variety of women's issues, saying that it's not enough just to be a woman, that senators, and especially female senators, have to fight for women as well. Now, this all comes as Joni Ernst fights to become the first woman representative and first woman senator to represent Iowa, but she's doing it while Bruce Braley is carrying 50% of the female vote to her 40%. For anyone who thought that a female candidate would automatically galvanize the female vote in her favor, well, it appears in this race at least that they're mistaken. Wisconsin Democrat Tammy Baldwin knows something about breaking glass ceilings. She's the first female U.S. senator from her state, and before that, she was the first female Wisconsinite in the House of Representatives.
The gender gap, as it's been studied in the United States for years and years, is about women voting for candidates that are addressing the issues of greatest concern to women.
Which is where Ernst has struggled. In the State House, she backed a failed personhood amendment to the Iowa Constitution. That same type of amendment has been proposed in other states and could have historical effects if actually passed.
This has been an effort that's been used around the country with the intention of eliminating access to safe and legal abortion for women.
Joni Ernst is running from her disturbing, radical, and reactionary positions.
But Rhonda Agan sings a different tune.
Yes, she is against abortion, but so am I. I've had 2 abortions, so I know the effects of it later in life.
She's one of the 39% of women that Quinnipiac polls say are behind Ernst and her support of the Hobby Lobby Supreme Court decision allowing for-profit companies the right to refuse coverage of birth control based on religious beliefs.
She's just wanting our freedom of religion as well.
Ernst has said she does support making contraception available to women over the counter instead. But now, with less than a week left until Election Day, it does look that if Joni Ernst does make history and becomes the first female senator to represent Iowa in the U.S. Congress, she'll likely do it without the female vote. Covering the corridor in Cedar Rapids, Kevin Barry, CBS 2 News.